Wow, I can't believe people missed out on that
They
prime
did. All right,
part
we're gonna
discussion.
start again. Jesus. Okay. Hello. Yeah, you missed us talking about alien farts.
Alien-induced fart.
Sorry, alien-induced farts. That's right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's really
All
funny
right.
because I'd already saved it because you guys started talking about it
Yeah,
before
I
we
know.
started.
Uh, okay. Well, we can.
We got there eventually. What
Yeah,
happened to all our fish? They all died or something?
several of them died that we couldn't get back. So
Is this safe from before that happened?
this is the start of the level. So yes,
Ah, okay, cool, cool, cool.
we didn't get very far. Uh,
Oh, yeah, we can sell the big
yeah, we
temple
can sell like the
and
big
get loads of
shit, and
money.
it was yes.
Also, you refused to countenance the idea of just selling some of our fish.
Yeah, I was like, we can keep the fish alive, and we could. I think the problem was I didn't have enough staff. I didn't hire more staff, and then they couldn't feed everyone.
Mm,
I think that was what happened. So we'll be able to do that.
okay.
Uh,
Mm.
wait, what? I thought that was. Did I misunderstand? They need 6. Oh, I was thinking 4. I'm
Ah,
not.
those are different numbers.
Those are different numbers. Okay, that just. Oh, that needs some more rocks. Okay. Need more filtering on these. Of any
Oh,
kind.
Octasco also missed out on hearing my pre-stream prep strategy.
Priest. Oh, yes. Well, that's true. I think that was all off stream anyway.
Oh yeah, that was before, that was regardless of me being muted.
Yes.
Alo looked alarmed at me making a coffee at 10 p.m.
Thought that was your new thing.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. I'm alert and sleepy.
Aha.
I got the Hunter x Hunter manga.
Okay.
Because I've been watching Hunter x Hunter, and the art in the manga is really good. And it's very nice to look at, and I'm very pleased that I got it. I was like, wow, this art is so much more like detailed than I was expecting. Like each panel has clearly had a lot of time spent on it.
Hmm.
It's good. It's really nicely drawn.
Well, that's fun. I don't know
Yeah.
anything about Hunter x Hunter. Other than that it
I've
exists.
been I've been watching it because of a podcast,
Yeah.
because I like to
I
listen
did know
to
about that, I
podcasts about
guess.
media and then
Uh,
watch it.
uh-huh. Oh, chronic back problems.
He has chronic back problems that were caused by trying to produce Hunter x Hunter too rapidly, is my understanding, unfortunately.
Oh, wow. That's that's a lot.
but there's 2 anime adaptations.
There's
I've been watching.
2?
Yeah, they did one in 1999, and then they just adapted it again in 2011.
1999 and 2011?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not very far apart. That's like an American remake schedule.
But a lot more of the manga had come out in that period of time.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
So there's more material for the 2011 show to cover.
Why am
I think that's fairly
forgetting?
common in anime, right? Yeah. To do like
I'm the wrong person to ask.
Readapt it like 10 years later.
I have no idea.
You're not an anime guy.
I'm not an anime or a manga guy. Completely oblivious.
Frempa says there's a bunch of readaptations. What's the one I'm thinking of? Full Metal Alchemist. I think has got like 2 different adaptations. Right? There's Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
What is the button for flipping? There we go.
Hey.
Okay. Oh, you guys still need more because you guys need very high quality. Okay, that's fine.
Maybe you need to unlink the...
I think they still need... Yeah, they still need 80, so it's not like they need particularly...
Oh, okay, yeah.
Can I then sell this one? Yeah. Okay.
Not got much money left.
That is true. But...
How are the rest of the tanks looking?
I think that... God darn it, I keep doing this. I believe the tanks are all... Okay, this one needs coolant, that's right. Oh, we also need to, right, like reconfigure the actual, like, walking around maybe? I mean, put some stuff down.
Oh yeah, there's just like loose... Oh no, it is all shut off.
Yeah, it's all shut off, just in a weird way. Yeah. Like, in a...
Yeah.
Unnecessarily. But I guess we can wait to get money to fix that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm curious if I can just... God darn it.
Wait, does it need more water cooling or more air cooling?
Water.
Oh, it does need more water, yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's good enough. Alright, so let's look at our staff. Who do we have? We have feeding, cleaning, feeding, fixing. Why can I? There we go. So let's prioritize feeding. I guess you're more of a cleaner. You prioritize
How long
feeding.
do you think it's going to take us to finish this level?
I have no idea.
How many streams?
I don't know.
I think 4.
Okay.
I think it's going to
that's
take
a reasonable guess.
2 months.
Are you
This
close
is
to
the
beating
last
the
level.
game? This is the last level. It's just a question of how long that's going to take.
How many streams did it take us to beat the last level?
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't look. We'll finish it.
It was I think it was at least 4.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably correct. I don't remember, but...
I think it felt longer because I cancelled a couple of times as well, so it took like 3 months.
That's true. That did.
It took us a quarter. It took us a quarter of a year to finish that level.
Oh my god. Alright, guys, get some stuff. I do need to, like, convince you guys eating here.
Octaska said 3+1 Star Wars stream. Did we talk about Star Wars for a long time?
I think we've done that several times.
I remember just talking about communism for a long time.
Yeah,
once.
that has also happened several times, of course. Unsurprisingly. Okay.
I'm not to put us at risk of doing that again, but I'm trying to read Wretched of the Earth at the moment.
Oh, okay. I should read that again. I read it when I was in college, so I really didn't
Did the
have the
version you read
context for it.
have the really long foreword from Jean-Paul Sartre?
I have
At
no
the front.
idea. I hope not. But
The version I have has a really long
I think I've heard
foreword
about this.
by
Yeah.
Sartre, where he's like, Europeans, this book isn't for you, but we're gonna read it anyway because we're selfish and we love to
Fuck.
read things that aren't for us. But you should learn from this book anyway, even though it's not for you. And think about how bad you are, but also we're still gonna read the book, aren't we, Europeans? And it just goes on like that for pages and pages, and I was like, what the fuck is happening? Why did you write this? Who thought this was a valuable addition to Wretched of the Earth?
You know, white publishers, presumably.
And he drops some slurs in there.
Great. Oh, they're back there. What are you guys doing? Alright, we're making money immediately. We need to... Oh, right, shit. I was gonna hire people. That's what I was actually gonna be doing.
I'm gonna count how many fucking pages
Oh my
I
god.
had to read.
Well, you didn't have to.
It was
But I
hard.
understand why you would. You're like, well, they put it in here for a reason.
Yeah, I was like, surely you had a good reason for putting this here. Surely he's going somewhere with this.
Uh-huh. Alright. Oh yeah, we could get accessories. I wonder... We've got some more money now. What do we have in our accessories? Supplement manual, flashcards. What's the dictaphone do? Just increases... Oh, clipboard.
20 and a half pages.
That's a long...
The book is in total 253 pages long. 255 pages long, beg its pardon. So, that's like nearly 10%.
Uh-huh. There you guys go.
Europeans, you must open this book and enter into it. After a few steps in the darkness, you'll see strangers gathered around a fire. Come close and listen, for they are talking of the destiny they will mete out to your trading centers and to the hired soldiers who defend them. You know well enough that we are exploiters. You know, too, that we have laid hands on first the gold and metals, then the petroleum of the new continents, and that we have brought them back to the old countries. This was not without excellent results, as witness our palaces, our cathedrals, and our great industrial cities. And then when there was the threat of a slump, the colonial markets were there to soften the blow or to divert it. Like, his preface is like, oh, we fucking made out well with colonialism though, didn't we, lads?
I mean, that's I guess that is important to understand in a certain context, but uh okay, I think everyone's getting fed. Well, let's see, I guess we'll see. Maybe we still need more people.
This is the only thing that I've ever read that Sartre has written, and it's not given me a good impression of him.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I have not read, intensely, but I don't have a great impression of most of the, like, I mean, especially the French theorists and writers of like that era.
I don't think I know who he is. I think if you'd told me he was alive 200 years ago until quite recently, I would have
until he was writing
believed
a
you.
forward of
Until he was writing a foreword to the rest of the earth,
yes.
which does narrow down the possible
Right.
Sartre being
Yes.
alive time frame. I think he's dead now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Um, he seems to be a writer because he sure wrote a lot of pages that I read. Um, he seems like a kind of wanky philosopher. Is that this is? I don't know anything about it. This is what I got from reading 10 pages.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, he's basically part of that coterie of like. I mean, not directly. I guess he's a little earlier, I guess, than these sort of like post-structuralist people. Um, but he feels like he's definitely sort of a forerunner, I guess, of the kind of like post 68, like the theory guys, which becomes like, because there's like, Leotard and Deleuze and Guattari and
I don't recognize any of these names.
Baudrillard and all these people that are just associated with like, I mean Leotard's earlier, I think, but basically like, there is a strong Marxist uh, uh, presence in Europe, right? In Western Europe, still into the like 1950s and somewhat into the 1960s. Obviously, it's getting under a lot of opposition, especially in France. Like that's where like there's the particular, and then there's the 1968 sort of like eruption of protests and sort of various attempts of action of various kinds in in France, in the U.S., in other parts of Europe, and it basically all fails, right? Like it doesn't do anything, or at least, I mean, it does do something, I think, and I mean, part of what it does is the state, the various capitalist states become very concerned with counterinsurgency, even more so than like like applying all of the stuff that they've been developing of like how do we do this, and in France especially, part of what emerges from that is this sort of like turn of like, well, so clearly Marxism has failed. Like it is done. It can't work because these student protests didn't like seize control of the country.
Mm-hmm.
it feels like incredible. Like when I read about it and like these people's response to it, how it just like fucking destroyed their brains that this didn't like kick off the revolution, and I'm just like, this is the most narcissistic thing. Like it's really hard for me to be sympathetic, and because I think generally people are like, well, it's like, okay, look, like it was very crushing. It's hard for us to understand like how they people really thought something was going to happen, and then it didn't. And I'm like, yeah,
That
but
happens though.
yeah, like that has repeatedly
That
happened. And
I've had that happen.
Foucault is in this, right? Is also one of these guys. Although Foucault, I think, is much more directly like not a Marxist. Like Foucault has this sort of reputation of being in this space, and it's like he's a guy who is in a lot of times, I think, just straight up like a reactionary, like
Mm.
like who sort of cloaks himself in the language, but whose actual like positions. And to be honest, I think that ends up being true for a lot of those later people. But like I said, Sartre's a little bit earlier than that, but he is, I think, still kind of like, it's just this whole thing, right, about like the intellectual, the Western European and American like intellectual Marxists, and
Mm.
they're, because for most of them, the white ones especially, were not ever comfortable aligning themselves with the Soviet Union,
Mm.
or I mean, or with the PRC, or with any other existing, actually existing socialism, right? Uh, uh, that they started creating the sort of ideal communism in their minds, right? The fantasies, and then we're like, well, it can't be done, and yeah, that's and so this
Yeah,
is this
the
is
the whole
painting a
thing
very
was the
broad
whole intro that I
brush.
read was just like
Uh,
very self-absorbed.
yeah, like this is painting a very large brush. I'm grouping a bunch of people together, so I'm not. And like I said, I have not specifically read a lot of, it's like I've read pieces of it in the context of other things. Um, but yeah, that's
Mm. I've been threatening to cut the forward out of all of the library copies.
because this is such a thing also in the modern, or at a certain point, I don't know when this started exactly, but the like if you go and get a copy of like Capital, for example, from a
Mm.
Western publisher, it will have an incredibly long introduction by some modern Western academic that is about like, here's how you should understand Marx. And it's basically
Mm.
gonna be some fucking just like liberal bullshit that just completely
Yeah.
like ignores and defangs the actual text. Uh, and
Yeah.
and
I might suggest that we use an editing knife to remove the forward from our library copies, and then stick a new page in there that's like, we removed Sartre's forward because it's bullshit and you don't need to read it.
uh, our fish have not died. They're growing. Everything. Oh shit. Okay, no,
One
that
of
one's
the
okay.
oh,
They're okay.
oh, they
That
grew. That was what got us last time.
Uh, yeah, so they're not getting enough. That was their supplements weren't enough. Whoop, that was not one.
Oh,
So
Framfis,
maybe. Hmm,
one of the student groups has made stickers that say the UCU, and it's got an AK-47 on it.
yeah, maybe I just need to go to someone like this. I'd be like, you don't do any of this. You don't do any of this. You don't do any of this.
Do you have anyone? Oh, Verity is okay. Okay. I see.
And then we could also get more supplement manuals for those people at this point. We have money.
Mm,
because
Yeah,
that
we got
seemed
money
to
now.
be the
Can we hire some more
particular.
staff now as well?
Yeah, we could.
There's a Palestine camp at the University of Manchester now. And they've got a camp library.
Oh,
We took a bunch of Palestine related books from the library down. So they've got a little camp library in their welfare tent.
that's good.
Yeah, it's really good. They've got one of the books there is a bunch of copies of the PFLP strategy for the liberation of Palestine.
Well, that makes sense.
I think the library had like 10 copies for reading groups. So we just took a bunch of copies of that to the Palestine solidarity camp.
There you go.
Some kids got hold of a megaphone and started doing chants, and everyone was joining in, even though they were mostly just like sitting there eating dinner. Because when a 5-year-old is trying to lead chants on a megaphone, nobody is going to be like, "No, I'm not. We're not doing chanting right now."
Ah. Okay, so we got more people, more staff. Hopefully they are able to, and our sharks are okay. The sharks are what died last time, and we couldn't replace them. So yep, they're all good.
Okay, they're looking all right now.
Yeah. So they were getting close because they were missing their supplements. I mean, they literally the supplement was in progress and finished right after the turn of the day, right? It's like
Okay.
so, but yeah, we got some more. Oh, okay. Now there's
Yeah,
not
I think we
enough.
do need a couple more staff because like not all the feeding tasks got finished yesterday either.
I wish we could.
And
see
yeah,
the thing.
Frampus, the difference between how quickly Russia was banned from everything, including just like banning individual Russians from doing things, in comparison to like
Yeah.
everyone is still chill with Israel being everywhere, is like
Mm-hmm.
really difficult to see.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember some Ukrainian chess players getting kicked out of a chess tournament because they wouldn't sign a thing saying they didn't want to play against Russian players? Because they were like, no, we're fine. We
I
do
do
not
not
mind
remember this, but
competing
that
against Russian
does, yeah,
players in
sound
this
like a
chess
thing.
tournament.
Yeah, like they're.
And then they got kicked out. They got pushed out of the chess tournament over it.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's been like the whole idea of you have a thing called Eurovision and
Yeah,
Israel,
it's
and you're like,
Europe, Israel, and Australia.
you're right. It's just like the most transparent, like, okay.
The point where they added Australia, I was already not comfortable with Eurovision, and now you've just gone. Also, Australia's here. I was like, you might as well call it the White Country Song Contest.
Right. Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? How do you think this looks?
They don't care. I mean, they know. I mean,
It's
they're happy.
insane. It's
Yeah.
insane. It makes me feel like I'm losing my mind.
Yeah.
They've got like cute interviews with the Israeli singer on the Eurovision website when she
Yeah.
nearly wasn't allowed to compete because her song was about October 7th. And she had to change the lyrics, but it's the same song. And now they've got like cute interviews with her on the website, and I'm like, how are you not seeing how evil you are? Like, why are you okay with this? What the fuck is happening?
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody knows. Like,
Yeah.
that's. I mean, like obviously this is part of like what is so uh, striking. It is just how open everything is. Like just which has generally
It's
been the
so
case, but
brazen.
like, yeah, and it's interesting because like part of there is clearly an anxiety, I think, on the part of like the media class, where like I mean the media class especially, where like they are used to basically being able to like they can ignore this stuff, and then because they're not covering it, people broadly don't know about it, or are happy to
Mm.
just like not see it. And this is part of like why they're so fucking pissed about TikTok. Like, genuinely, like it's wild how like TikTok is a national security threat. It's like a thing in the US.
Yeah,
It's been a
it's
huge
the
deal.
US TikTok thing is insane.
Yeah, and it's like literally this is why. It's because TikTok does not let the US government control
Dictate
their
the
content.
algorithm.
Yeah, like, like I love when somebody like, one of these, conservative. I mean, not even conservative, but like, liberal, basically, sort of pundit people, right, posted, thing where it's like, look at, how the rate, like the amount of content being consumed about Palestine on, TikTok compared to all these other
Huh.
social media services. They're like,
Interesting.
this is because because the Russians and the Chinese are promoting it to destroy America or whatever. It's like, no, it's because all these other companies are American companies that are
Suppressing it.
yeah.
This is the natural amount to hear about Palestine.
Yeah. This
Everywhere
is
else is just
actually what the
artificially
coverage
censoring it.
of a genocide looks like. Like people,
Yeah.
pay attention. Uh,
The the vice chancellor of my university um said that she wouldn't have sold weapons to Nazis during the Holocaust because the UK government wasn't neutral.
I did see
Like,
this. Yeah.
yeah. It's like she is like unhinged. She was like, "Oh well, we work with hundreds of companies that you could link to Israel, so we can't cut. Why would it? It's not even worth us cutting ties with BAE." What, you want us to just cut ties with every company complicit in genocide? That would be so difficult. That's so many companies that we work with, was basically what she said.
Yeah.
Also, I think it is art that you deleted a big iceberg and replaced it with a frozen yogurt machine and an orange juice machine and some toilets. It really says something about society.
Where's it's in here. And I mean, of course, one of the things about talking about, like, companies in divesting and that sort of stuff is like, well, it didn't happen during the Holocaust either. Like, it's like, every once in a while I have to tell someone of like, hey, do you know what, like, like the numbers, right? The
IBM.
tattoos. Yeah, like, you know what those numbers are for? It's for a fucking IBM file system. Like,
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, that's not a defense. Like, yeah, I do not mean it as a defense, but it's like, there is an aspect of like, we need to not have historical amnesia about
Yeah, because IBM's still around,
right.
and like they've never really addressed
No, they
the
faced no consequences for that.
yeah
Nor did anyone else. Like, basically any
yeah.
other
It's not
company.
it's
Like,
not saying that it being IBM is like a defense of the numbers. It's like the numbers, the thing. One of the like really sort of poignant things that people remember about the Holocaust is like, why were they there? It was for fucking IBM, a company that is still around.
yeah, I mean, the company, I mean, yeah, like the chemical companies are, I mean, they've been merged and sold around and bought and stuff, but like, not because they were not dismantled, like I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, this is the whole thing of like the leadership, both corporate and political, was not, you know, had very little happen to them, outside of the people at the very top. Like the most.
Did you see the I can't remember what international I can't remember what their acronym is, but it's a International Center for Justice for Palestine, I think. But basically they're like a non-profit with lawyers. And they wrote to 82 British universities to be like, your officers could be individually criminally liable for the war crimes you were all complicit in.
I did not see this, but yeah.
Yeah.
Does the
I'm
UK have its own version of the Hague Invasion Act? I mean, it probably falls under the
Probably.
U.S. umbrella, and like the U.S. it would probably apply. Actually, it does apply because it's the Hague Invasion Act. I think specifically applies to both the U.S. and allies. Because I think this came up with regards to Israeli officials.
I think the vice chancellor of my university should go to the Hague.
There's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like
she's not at the top of the list, but she's on there.
Right. Also, hello, Hot Tess.
Yeah,
like, I think, yeah, I mean, one of the things that's come up, again, we do not need to use this as the standards, but like, one of the classes of people that were included at Nuremberg, was propagandists. Like, people, like, if you are doing propaganda for genocide that constituted like participation on a level that was like, yeah, we will execute you.
Yeah.
And I think that's a fine
like
standard.
it's enabling genocide.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, it is.
And it's not difficult to not do that.
Right.
You can just write an accurate news story.
Yeah, I mean, they're specifically, disciplining and employees.
I think you might have blocked off one of your UV ones there.
That's true. I did.
If you swap them with the heater that's adjacent to them, they'll be fine.
Oh, no, then that one's...
No, you need to move the heater up one. Yeah.
Well, Oh, I see.
Hang on.
I see. Well, the problem is worried about this one.
I wasn't even worried about that one. I was worried about something else.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. It's okay.
Oh,
We just
replace the
gotta.
2 heaters at the back with the one of the big wide ones. That's a double.
Do we have that?
What? Go back. I meant not buy one. Swap in physical location 2 of the heaters with one of the
Oh,
giant
I
filters.
see what you mean. Yes. Oh my god, I gotta like.
Travis, I also have almost no idea what's happening in the game, to be fair. It's like 50% fish, 50% slow Horse Wows. The previous level was much more that due to the extreme space limitations.
Yeah, there was a lot of
You can just make more room now, right? You don't need to do this. You can just
That's
expand
true!
the screen.
I forgot! I've been
You forgot that you can make it bigger because of the previous level.
Yes, we were on it for months!
You
I
control
just
the
forgot
space.
that you can add space! Oh my god.
I was like, hang on a minute, we're spending so fucking long rearranging this, we could just make the room bigger.
That's, yeah, you're correct. Is this an issue of... Is it the only spot they can feed from? In this tank?
Yeah, looks like.
Okay, I was gonna say, I wonder if it's an issue of, like, this one, like, only one person can stand there, and it's just too slow for, like, the entire tank. And I was gonna put another platform on.
Hover over and see how much... Because more people, they can stand on top of each other when they're feeding, and quite often
Oh, they
do.
can?
How much? Yeah. 27. Oh, that.
Yeah, that's the one that's... And she's one of our best feeders. She's level 3. It's just like...
Yeah, it just takes them a while to trek up and down there and, like, shovel
Yeah.
the food in.
Right. Oh, you know, okay, I guess a thing we could do... We don't need... a platform.
Put the food right.
Well, I can't put it on there?
Right, they've
come
got to
on.
trek up and down the stair.
You gotta let me put food on the platform. Come on. Okay, they did get it all in there. They're all fed. Oh yeah, they can both go in there. And then this guy's just standing there, just hanging out.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, they can stack up. Okay,
Just
that's
staring
fine.
into the distance. Yeah, the problem is when they need a large amount of one food.
Right. Could not grow. Oh, there's insufficient space. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. Where the hell is
Are they
this? Oh, this tank. Yeah, there's a lot of fish in that
Okay,
tank.
well, at least they're not upset about it.
Yeah, they're not mad. They just can't grow. Yeah, which,
it's
yeah,
fine.
that's how that works.
Yeah.
Okay.
Famously, if you keep fish in a tank that's too small, then that's fine and they'll just stay small. And it's good for them to do that. Wow, more space. I got so sick this week. I had 4 days off work, which is the longest I've had off work sick in years.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's a lot. You're okay now?
Yeah. I feel like yesterday I probably could have worked, but I did a little bit. I like caught up on my emails because I've been off for so many. I had so many fucking emails. I was like,
Yeah.
I can't face doing a full day of work after being off for so long. Let me just catch up on my emails and that'll do. I'm gonna work myself back into it.
I think that's pretty reasonable.
Yeah. But then I had today off anyway for union rep training. Which we had a 45-minute lunch break and 2 15-minute breaks. And then, I think they all of those breaks got shortened actually. So it was a very intense day of concentrating. Normally I have more breaks to stare into space and think deeply. I maintain that staring into space and thinking deeply is a legitimate part of my job duties.
Sure. I'm not going to tell you it's not.
I thought you just had it too close to that. Yeah. Oh, you want it further forwards?
Yeah.
I think it looks fine then.
It's fine. It's just
It's fine. Oh yeah, I can't remember, was it before I solved my mic problems and you could hear me, or after that I was complaining about how now I don't like that my boss can see when I'm online on Discord.
I well, you talked about having Discord for work, but I don't remember
Yeah.
that. Oh.
It's because I obviously I don't really use Discord.
Mhm.
The only reasons I have a Discord account are for streaming with you and work. So
Right.
it's like I'm opening Slack on a Friday night to, like, I guess you've all a bunch of people used to have that social Slack channel anyway. Discord feels like a work app to me. It's like I'm opening my Outlook emails. It's just like a list of people I work with, and then your fucking like wolf avatar.
Okay, that's good.
I got added, but the thing is, so computer science people fucking love to use Discord for work group chats, which I hate. Just to fucking use Slack. Discord's not a work app. What are you doing? But programmers love to use Discord. But they're all just using their like personal Discord accounts with dumb names.
Oh God. Yeah, that I wouldn't do.
Like obviously mine is just my actual name.
Yeah.
But there was someone whose name I got added to like a work group, and one person was called like bitch penguin or something.
What? That's a lot.
It's bitch lasagna.
Okay.
And their profile picture is Wario with like live action Wario with glowing red eyes.
Live action Wario.
It's like a guy dressed as Wario or something.
Jesus.
I think it's because I think they must be a student.
Uh-huh.
But I was like, this. Well, I'm using this for work. Why am I? This is. I have to be in this server for my job. Why am I looking at Wario with the username bitch lasagna?
So you can set server like names by server. Like you could have
They're
that.
not in that server anymore.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's Discord just like updating someone's name every time they change it, even though they're no longer in the server.
That could be, yeah.
But it shouldn't do that. Once someone's left the server, like,
Well, why are they in the list? Or where?
well, I saw the message where they joined because there hasn't been many messages in that
Oh, yeah,
channel.
yeah, okay, I see.
Very funny. I'm too thirsty.
Oh,
Oh, it's because there's a wall. That's how they get you.
that's how they get you.
It's really funny when the wall is shorter than the
Yeah,
height of the tank. It just visually is clearly not blocking it, but because it's a wall, it does. Hmm. Didn't you just build that wall? Oh, you put toilets in, okay. We could hook those toilets just right up to the OJ squeezer.
What? What? You may need to elaborate, or possibly you shouldn't.
Nah, I'm good. Did you? I can't tell if you laughed really loudly and Discord ducked your sound, or if you just gasped and then laughed silently.
I laughed. I don't know that it was. I didn't think it was that loud.
I just heard like.
Okay, it was louder than that.
Oh, there it is. My throat.
Don't die. Hello?
Hello.
Okay, good.
I was just quiet because I was thinking about eating some chocolate.
Oh, okay. Is that the quiet contemplation?
Yeah. For part of my streaming duties.
Uh-huh.
It's because I can see chocolate cereal bars from here.
Mm.
They're calling to me. I bought an USD card for my camera because I've got a digital camera that I got given. My dad gave me quite a few years ago, and I was like, oh, I should actually try using it. It's quite a nice camera. Because I normally use a film camera. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll get a nice big SD card so I can take a bunch of photos without worrying about it. I put the SD card in. It said SD card error, and I googled it. And it turns out the maximum SD card size that camera can deal with is 2 gigabytes. And I had purchased a 64 gigabyte SD card, which is quite a lot bigger than 2 gigabytes.
Yes. Uh-huh.
So now I have a 64 gigabyte SD card, and I'm like, I don't know what to do with this.
Well.
I guess I could put it in my phone. My phone probably has an SD card slot.
Yeah, maybe. That seems plausible.
I don't see one on the outside. It's a fair phone, so I can't imagine that there wouldn't be one on the inside. Wow, it feels so much... Whenever I take a phone out of the case, I'm like, wow, phones feel so much nicer when they're not in phone cases.
Yeah, that's true.
Unfortunately, the phone case is necessary.
Yeah. All right.
What's that? No. Oh, it's no supplies. Okay, I see. No penguin supplies. I forgot we got the penguin toys.
All right. Okay, but we needed a new tank for cuttlefish. Just need some rock. They need cold water. Okay.
I forgot we had puffins. Wow, we've got so many animals that aren't fish.
Yeah?
Oh, I've got a game for you.
Okay.
It's called Guess What My Streaming Setup Is Today.
Well, you're not outside. I don't think. I don't know. Wait. It's apparently very funny.
It's not that funny. I was more amused that you had to start off by ruling out, are you streaming outside?
Yeah, you know. Well, you did that before, briefly.
I think I've done that at least 2 different weeks. No, at least one different. At least I think maybe only once.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll take a trip outside again this week.
Oh, we're almost out of money.
Nah,
I'll
shit.
not be buying additional fish for this.
Additional fish like the Adelie penguin.
Like what?
Additional fish like the Adelie penguin.
Yeah.
Wow, cereal butts are great. Does it need to be chili or super chili?
Just chili.
Okay. So you know, I think I mentioned before that we have a media server for our house.
Oh,
See,
I'm
well,
sorry,
you didn't ping
Mary.
the Discord.
I didn't. I forgot.
You missed
started
a
some-
really long conversation about Jean-Paul Sartre.
That's true. That did. Oh, this one.
I wouldn't if I were you. Oh yeah, so I set us up a media server, which sits on my desk in my bedroom, and the funny thing about that is I can tell when someone's watching TV, because the computer in my bedroom starts going. It will start going like. I'll get like aircraft taking off noises at 11 p.m. right after Ayla goes to bed, and I'm like, she's watching an episode of Hunter x Hunter in bed before she goes to sleep.
That's funny.
I think I can also log into the admin panel and just see what people are watching. But it's much more fun to try and guess based on the noise the computer is making.
A little test for yourself.
Does it make different enough noises? Because I think it would potentially make a different enough noise between listening to music and listening to and watching TV to be able to tell the difference. Depending on like how much processing power is required for like transcoding and shit, and how quickly it's having to
Yeah,
read stuff from
that
the
makes
disk.
sense.
I would believe that. I would believe that it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
It's also funny when I start watching something on my phone in bed, and starting to watch like a nature documentary on my phone makes the computer go "Vrrr."
Huh. I guess it's still the same workload.
Yeah. I've been trying to get the language settings correct, so that it automatically plays stuff in foreign languages with English subtitles. And what I've done instead is made it play the English dub of Hunter x Hunter, but only for ALO.
Is this
Which is not what I was trying to do. She wanted what she wanted was it to automatically play the Japanese audio with the English subtitles, and so what I instead achieved was it plays the English audio.
Mm-hmm.
I think with the English subtitles, so maybe I'm halfway there.
There you go. Okay, that's alright for right now. Then I think we should be able to move this
Yeah, I like the
cuttlefish
cute little
over.
shop area in the middle.
Yeah, I need filtering
Give them room.
and some rocks, but that's
We've not got
okay.
much money.
That's okay.
That's okay. The rep training I was in earlier today, someone on the call had the exact same voice as someone in my branch. And it was like freaking me out how similar they sounded. I was like, are they brothers? Like, if you like, and this is someone that I know quite well, and up until today would have been confident that I could recognize his voice. But I was like, oh damn, if you played me this guy's voice, I would fully believe it's the same person.
Yeah.
Voice doppelganger. I'm trying to decide if I want to eat a third cereal bar, or instead, I could have an apple.
Decisions.
From this, the cereal bars are within arm's reach, whereas the apple is in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Alas. I should
Difficult.
have prepared myself more I should have prepared myself with snacks. I could carry my whole setup through to the kitchen. I've got the laptop and
Yep. What, did we get an answer as to what your setup was?
I got distracted by you ruling out outdoors. I've got my little. I think I've sent you a photo of it before. My little lap tray desk. And I'm sat in bed because I've got the heated blanket on.
Okay.
It's good.
Yeah.
The coffee has given me the confidence to sit in bed without falling asleep.
That is good. Where's the tank? Oh, this tank. Yeah, it does look a bit bare. You're correct.
Yeah, it does look a bit bare. I agree. They're not wrong. Just put a single conch shell in the middle. That'll be fine. Perfect. Can we get rid of the little strip of sand?
Oh yeah.
The floor tiles don't make any sense
No,
now.
they don't.
We could have like a little bit of different floor in the little shopping area. I quite liked that.
Okay.
Yay,
Yeah.
cuttlefish grew.
Yeah, I was like, we could have some different floor. Just have that actually
Yeah.
look at it.
Yeah, that's fine. Wow, look at them shopping. Oh, we've got an email. Claire.
You are the same.
Yeah.
I guess feeding.
Yeah.
Aquarium is untidy, so do we just not enough people cleaning?
I don't think we have enough bins. Do we have any bins?
Oh, that might be what the problem is. I didn't think about. I kind of forgot about.
Yeah,
bins.
I don't think we have any bins.
That I don't think we started with any bins, which is
Yeah.
weird.
Man, there's not enough bins. I have to carry my rubbish. We gotta have a popcorn machine and orange juice at every corner.
That would be miserable.
Sounds
to
like
be fair.
That sounds like a British train station.
Oh, I see all this trash around.
Yeah, there's a lot of trash.
Yeah, because there's nowhere for it to go. So we have people assigned to cleaning, but they don't have a way to get rid of it.
I think the people assigned to cleaning get rid of it, but there's just a huge volume being dropped directly on the ground because there's nowhere else to put it if you're a guest.
That could be. People say to monetize the rot. They mean all the trash left in the aquarium, right? Huh. You nailed it.
Yes.
Yeah. The polar bear's grown.
Polar bear, polar bear. Check the polar bear isn't going to eat anything. I wouldn't put it past them to put the polar bear in
Well, the
with
polar
stuff
bear
that...
is by itself.
Oh, it's on his own. Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Hey, buddy.
Wow! You should be in the wild.
Okay, YouTube.
Go on, YouTube. You can do it. If you zoom in on a orange juice machine, it'll just be that every time.
Oh, they're repairing. Just slow. Oh, this one?
Yeah,
Oh.
maybe let's get another...
There's no route. Oh.
Yeah, it needs to...
There you go.
Or you could also put a door in next to those toilets, so they don't have to trek fucking miles to get the sponge.
I did. Yes, that's Oh boy. They're probably coming from back
Don't
there
even.
anyway, but yeah, that's
But you put the sponge really far away from the door, so they'd have to walk all the way up to the sponge, all the way back around to the door, and then all the way back around to the sponge to get rid of it again.
yeah, fixed.
Now that we've got more money, we can probably afford to add a little bit of redundancy to the filtration stuff on these tanks.
Oh, that is true.
Don't forget you're allowed to expand.
Yeah, I know. Well, not in that direction, but okay.
Mary says don't expand because they'll just make you build more fish tanks.
How's this doing?
Is they
Oh.
referring to me insisting on more fish tanks or the game?
You guys are fine. They're not stressed.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure that I was clear. These are the fish tanks they want you to build. No, my friends are still there.
Oh, you guys need some of that over there. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, what do these guys eat? Those sand eels. No. Whatever you've done is bad. Now I don't hear anything. Oh, okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, now I can hear you.
My microphone fell over and got unplugged.
What the fuck? It sounded like it was just... I don't know. Yeah, Barry says you're all doing witch
I saw
which
it.
is accurate.
I saw it start to fall, which is why I went, oh no. I don't know if you heard the oh no before it got unplugged.
I don't. I may have been overwhelmed by the other sounds following.
Oh no. Yeah, I solved the lament configuration. Sorry, was it a really bad noise? My microphone fell onto my duvet and like slid across fabric. I was trying to work out how horizontal I could get while still streaming.
Not that, apparently. You apparently found the limit.
No, that was just because I didn't move correctly.
Oh, I see.
I'm now
I
extremely
see.
horizontal.
So I think we could put these guys in here. Mussels.
It reminded me of the bit in Back to the
Yeah.
Future where Marty blasts his young dad with Van Halen to disorient him.
Fucking
I have no idea what it sounded like, but I'm enjoying these descriptions of it. It was really building a mental picture.
uh yeah, this guy could go in here. Already got the stuff there, and then let's see, what else was I thinking? Oh right, the birds, and then the otter.
Yeah. Snow Patrol. What's up with the otter?
Needs air conditioning.
Mm.
Get that. Wait, what do the birds need? Perches. Do we actually have perches? Oh, we do. Okay.
Yeah, kind of built-in amount of perches. Nice. That's enough. Yeah, nice. Now we just gotta feed them. Easy.
And we'll put supplements over here too.
Or you could put a sponge really far away from a door.
It's right there. Okay,
This
so
one is facing in the opposite direction. I was
birds.
like, they've still got a tracker on all these boxes.
No, I did check that before. So birds. Yeah.
I think all games should have a prank mode.
A
Where I
prank
just get to
mode.
change prank mode, or I just get to change like little things.
Okay.
Like I get to rotate one object.
Well, this is like, yeah, what a lot of like some games have for like streaming mode, where people can spend points to fuck with the streamer.
I want that, but for when someone else is playing a video game, that and I'm the only one with prank mode. I don't want to share. I want to do that to my housemate when he's playing games on the TV.
I see, I see.
We played a game for a bit where it was not a platformer. There was a small amount of very easy platforming involved, and I am so bad at platformers that I just kept falling off and dying, or like falling off and having to go back to the start of like a series of jumps that were like a very simple part of moving around the level. And every time he was just like, okay, it's fine, I'll wait for you here.
Forgot at some point we have to actually build our abyssal tanks to put all this shit in here.
Ah, shit, yeah, we do.
Yeah, remember
At least
your
we got,
abyssal
well, I
tanks.
think, yeah, we need more money and science.
Yeah.
We're nowhere near ready for it yet.
Right, yeah, it's like it's...
That's going to be in like
we
2
need to
months'
do
time.
it, but... uh...
I'm gonna flip forward 2 months in my diary and write, have we built an abyssal tank yet?
Okay.
To check in.
There you go.
Are we supposed to be streaming on the 27th? the that's on. Oh, okay, great. We already wouldn't be streaming the weekend, but I'm gonna go see my mum.
Okay. There you go.
Great news, everyone. Yep. I'm going to go enjoy some cultural events at the Norfolk and Norwich Festival.
Cultural events.
Mm.
How sophisticated.
It's all like arty shit. There's one that's like it's called Mosh, and I was like, oh, they're doing a mosh pit thing. That sounds kind of fun. And and it was like talking about the art or whatever, and I was like, oh, so it's like a sort of art event where you get to do a mosh pit. That sounds interesting. Then I realized it was just art about mosh pits. It's just
Uh-huh.
like video clips and stuff. And I was like, oh, if I don't get to jump around and push people, I'm much less interested in going to your art show, actually.
Uh-huh.
And there was a bookbinding event, but that was sold out. Because I refused to look at the website and made my mum post me a brochure.
God, what is your guys'? Oh, supplements. Got people coming.
Did the supplement container run out?
I don't think so. No, they're just. Maybe they have a
They're
hard
just
time
checking.
getting here. Maybe they do.
Mm.
Maybe they need a door. They're getting to it now, but
Yeah, I think we just need like a bit more people on food.
I've hired more people.
And we've leveled
Yeah.
some people up. Can we give more people the
that's
one arrow
maybe,
food jobs?
yeah.
I think we haven't got many people that can do those.
Okay.
Okay. If you had to pick some music to blast at your young dad, to disorientate him, what music would you pick?
I don't know. God. I'm not enough of a music person.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
see, I
didn't,
think
they
my
didn't finish
dad's
this last one. Yeah. Got all the other food tests. Sorry.
my dad, when he was in his 20s, listened to a lot of punk music. So it's difficult to think what music you could blast at him that would be worse than the stuff he listens to willingly. In terms of just like
Mm-hmm.
volume of sounds.
Mm.
Maybe metal. I think my dad wouldn't like it if you blasted metal at him.
It's a harder thing to play later because the joke in Back to the Future is that it's like literally he does not interpret it as music. It just sounds
Mm.
like noise. Which then is echoed at the end when Marty plays the guitar and plays Johnny Be Good, and then launches into like different thing, and all the people stop and are like, "What the fuck is he playing?"
Um,
And now it's just like
I
whatever you play, like for somebody that's a not from the 50s, basically. Like, it's like, well, they might not like it, but I don't think they're gonna be confused as to what it is.
Nah, there's some music that's just noise. And I went to a live show a while ago, and it was someone making these like awful electronic noises with a synth, and it gave me a migraine, and I had to leave.
Yeah, I think that that stuff that would work. At least
It
believe it or
sounded like
not.
when you get feedback by accident,
Hmm.
but then
Oh,
they were
oh,
like
yeah,
looping
like
it.
going through a wood chipper, like
Yeah,
if you knocked
but
your
imagine if they then
microphone
clipped
over.
that and used it as the like
Uh-huh.
bass,
Yeah.
like drum beat. It was like this was like 2 or 3 years ago, um,
You know what I'm gonna do?
and it was one of the first
Oops, that's not what I wanted.
times I'd been out in the evening after quarantining for like a year.
Hmm.
Um, and I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Now they're too
I'm
hungry.
too hungry.
Get some
There's
froyo,
not
which
enough
definitely
self-serve froyo.
solves your hunger.
Yeah. You should bring a packed lunch.
There you go. I don't know if we allow that.
You think we've got just off screen outside the entrance, we've got security guards like
Yeah,
checking bags and be like, you can't bring that sandwich in here, man.
yeah. Gotta buy all your food on the premises.
Yes, the only option is froyo. No, we do not have any exceptions to the policy if you're lactose intolerant. Oh, you're vegan? I hope you like orange juice.
Uh, okay. We got all the feeding done that day.
Hell yeah.
Got some repairs up here to do.
That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Wow, we've probably like basically finished this level.
Hmm? Yep.
Have we done the first objective?
No. Oh, yes, I guess the first objective was like fix the aquarium and keep the polar bear alive. So yes. Uh,
Okay, we haven't done the second objective.
hey, Daimon.
Yeah, exactly, Diamond.
You think the shark
Or you
hats are
could eat.
vegan?
Yeah, they're plastic. Plastic's vegan.
Hmm. Well, they're all out.
You could
Oh,
eat.
there we go.
You could eat one of those. The shark hats are made of real shark skin, actually. You could eat one of the toy penguins.
Hmm.
Ah, I just remembered I ate all the chili and I was gonna use it to make nachos later. Damn. Damn.
What did you do with it?
I ate it.
Oh, well, I mean, I think that's seems acceptable.
But now I've got a bunch of nacho accessories left over that I didn't eat because I just ate chili and rice in a bowl.
Gotcha.
Hmm.
Benny, where the oh, you need herring. Do we not have any of that here? Are we out? Is that the issue? No, there's just no. Why is there no herring here? Wait, this started. Oh, okay. I assumed at the start of the level I did not look at all the food. I just assumed that they had food here.
They
and they don't. Okay,
Why would
that's
they do
part
that?
of the issue. Is
all the food is in the wrong place. That's really funny.
yeah, some of the food is just like completely out of the way. So that is probably part of the issue.
It's next to the sponges. I've got a new game for you.
Okay.
It's called Guess How Many Grams of Chamomile Are in My Bedroom.
Oh, I have no idea.
I
have no idea what any measurements of that are for. Like would be, like what the.
What's a normal amount of grams of chamomile to have in a bedroom?
Idea. I don't know.
Think about like 100-gram bag of crisps.
I don't think in these terms. Where the fuck are getting hungry?
Oh, holy shit! There's so many people standing there.
They're listening to the talk, and they're like, "Oh, I really need to pee, but I gotta listen to this cool
I really
talk.
need to
It's
pee,
so
but this
good."
is such a good talk. I'm learning so much about these fucking sharks. At the rep training today, the guy leading the training, every time he was like, "Oh, you could go look up this thing before the next lesson," he would follow it up with, "It's for your benefit, not mine." As if we were like arguing with him, or as if people didn't understand that. And I was like, well, yeah, we all signed up for this training voluntarily because we are union reps. Like, we understand that the reason you're telling us to find stuff out about our branch is so that we can do union rep stuff, rather than because you want to know what the facilities agreement at my branch is. Like, I do get that it's for my benefit.
Maybe some people don't.
He said it so many times, and the tone of voice was really as if people. If you only heard his side of the conversation, you would think people kept arguing with him about, like, why should I go look that up? Why don't you look it up yourself? And it was like, every time he was like, oh, you could look it up, people were like, oh, yeah, good idea. And he was like, it's for your benefit, not mine. And it's like, okay, you said that 10 times now, dude. Like,
Uh-huh.
I get it. Also, he kept saying he didn't want to slag off managers, and I had to really resist interrupting and being like, I do!
Yeah. What?
I didn't. Did Duvet tell you about the quantum talk at a conference we both went to?
No.
We both went to this AI in healthcare
Oh,
conference.
no.
And it was mostly like AI and machine learning related and healthcare related talks.
Hmm.
Like, here's an application of machine learning to a specific healthcare problem.
Hmm.
And then there was a fucking unhinged 40-minute long talk about quantum computers. And I think the reason the talk was related to AI was that the large language model generated the slides. Like, there were slides that were like,
Oh.
highly capable hackers, business data machine, academic ideas, the next step for civilization.
Wow.
The talk is online. I'm gonna
Oh,
send you a
no.
link to it later. I was less convinced quantum computers were real than I had been before the start of the talk. Like, the next talk was about large language models, and normally I am deeply suspicious of large language models and irritated every time I have to listen to more large language model focused research, because it's monopolizing a huge amount of research time and energy.
Right.
But after the quantum talk, the large language model talk, I was like, wow, he's giving us information about something that exists.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I don't like that it exists, but I am
it
gaining
does do
information about
something.
something
Yeah.
that's real. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Previous to the quantum talk, I was like, oh, quantum computers are like a mostly theoretical thing, but they've kind of got some implementations of them, and they're not very efficient, but it seems like they're probably real and are like an early stage of research for something that might end up being useful. And after the talk, I was like, I think quantum computers are Scientology.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that your pre-talk summary is how I would think of them. So
Yeah.
that's
It's
very funny.
yeah. There was some really amazing phrases on some of those slides. There was like everlasting secure quantum cloud.
Oh my god.
Wow, he's so good at feeding. Why is Mary? Sorry. Yeah. Well, no, the context wouldn't help.
No.
Um, there's also highly skilled hackers and business innovation and academic ideas, which lead to the next step for civilization.
Well, fascinating.
Mm.
What does the polar bear eat? Yeah. Okay. Everything.
Animals with size 9 to 34. Animals with size 9 to 81. You
9
can put
to
some really little
81.
guys in there and he won't bother
Oh,
eating
that's
them.
true. If they're small, it won't eat them. That's very funny.
Yeah, there's a
How
lower
big
size
does
that is
it
not gonna bother
get?
eating.
135. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty fucking big. I put some Antarctic silverfish in there.
Oh, also, I was scrolling around to try and find some of these slides. In my rep training today, someone put in the like call chat thing that their branch was run by a bunch of self-declared Stalinists. So I responded that he's more popular than you might think.
That's true. Probably.
He's more popular than you might think.
How do I tell if tank mates are a threat to birds?
I think he would definitely eat birds.
Yeah, because like the snow petrels, it says can only be preyed on by tank mates that are a danger to flying birds. And I'm like, so what counts as a danger to
Ah.
flying birds? I feel like the polar bears probably do, but I don't know.
It seems like they would, doesn't it? What's the knife and fork one mean again? Does that just mean he eats a lot?
The knife and fork. Oh, yeah, eats
Yeah.
more. Creates more waste.
I mean, it doesn't say he's a danger to flying birds.
Right, it doesn't. I don't know that
Oh,
I've ever
hang on. What
seen
you hovered over
something.
something and it said clams, but that was just the food.
That's the yeah,
Yeah,
that it can eat.
animals with size 9 to 81 and clams. I think maybe it's fine. Maybe you can put some petrels in there.
Maybe I'll Google it real quick, see if I get anything. Aquarium, danger to flying birds.
Future secure, fast networked quantum data machine for public good. Net zero, health, fraud detection, regulated computing, privacy preserving.
Flying bird. Other animals that can attack flying birds, but what does that mean? What are the flying birds?
Well, the snow petrel's got the little flying
Yeah, like what is a danger to
thing.
flying birds? Like I just
I
keep
think
coming
it
up
would
with
have. I think it will have a little symbol to tell you.
well, that's I don't think anything does, I guess, is the
Yeah,
thing.
I guess I don't think we have anything that can eat flying birds yet. Maybe we'll get like a leopard.
And that can eat flying birds. Well, we could definitely put silverfish in. These are fine. They're small enough, it won't need it. So we could put
Yeah.
14. Okay, 14. I mean, we got
Yeah.
tons of tank space.
Yeah. Gotta fill out with little guys that the polar bear can't be bothered to eat.
I guess the polar bear is gonna get like more than double this size, so it is gonna take up a lot of space, but that's still plenty of space.
That doesn't seem like a big enough tank for a polar bear to live in, I'm gonna be honest.
No, I mean, we put a whale shark in a tank, remember? I dare you, I'm not disagreeing, I'm just saying the standards of this game are,
Your point was more, why is this the one you're objecting to?
not even that necessarily, just like, it's like, yeah, that's
Yeah,
this
that's
has
what we
been
do in this game.
established. Yeah.
We put animals in tanks that are much too small for them.
Right, it's like okay, aquariums and zoos already put animals into spaces that are too small for them, and then what if we took that and then condensed it in the way that video games compress space?
Yeah.
In the way that a city in a video game is like 5 streets at most. This
Like,
tank
this polar
is
bear's
like,
space is like 5 people end to end.
yeah. Oh, look at him swim.
Oh. I feel like the polar bear must have been way more effort to animate than most of the fish.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, most of the fish just, like, wibble a bit.
Yeah. I think that's true for most of these, Seeing him swim is delightful, though. Who could say if trapping the bear in the torment nexus is bad or not? Yeah. The bear is tortured, but we get to see it swim cute.
Look at his little face.
Yeah, that's the face of a bear that's very happy.
Yeah, he's
having
having
a
a great
good
time.
time. Yes.
He's like, I'm so glad that I'm in this little tank.
The people come and watch me stare at me through glass all day. Like,
From 3 meters away. And he's surrounded by people on several sides as well. He does not have like a little corner that he can go to.
Nothing. Yeah, there's no hidey hole. A little back area that they can go hide in, yeah.
He should at least have a little hidey hole back area that he can go hide in.
That would be an interesting requirement for. If they did a zoo version, I think that would definitely have to be like a thing that animals require.
Maybe we should play a zoo simulator.
I just want the guy who makes this game to make a zoo game. I think it'd be great.
We should play Parkosaurus.
Okay, yeah, that has come up before.
From me, do I just keep suggesting Parkosaurus?
I think I have seen it before and brought it up. I think
It's cute. You make a little dinosaur park.
Yeah.
I feel like it's got about this level of detail,
Well,
but
that's
there's
good.
less faffing around with filtration.
Yes, well done.
You can like design the area a bit more.
Oh my god, all of these shit broke. I mean, it's actually not affecting the thing, so I guess that's fine. And they are very fast at repairing it.
Yeah, they're so fast at repairing now.
All Are the cages big enough for the dinosaurs? Asks Mary.
Well, you can get you. I think you can put them in relatively small areas, but you can also just give them very big areas and make it less sad.
I wonder how big the sort of plot like areas in the what is the like Jurassic Park park games, because there are, it's like the Planet Coaster people, I think, made the two Jurassic
Oh, did
Park.
they?
Yeah, but I mean I saw the
Hmm.
someone play the first one. It didn't seem that good. So then I don't know if the second one was better. Um, Also because I think they're tied
Architect
to
is also
like,
good.
oh yeah, um, you know, they're tied to also having to have the dinosaurs get loose scenario in your park game,
Mm.
which is like, I don't know that you actually need that. I get it because you're making a
I just want
Jurassic
to run
Park
a
game.
I want to run a functional Jurassic Park. I want Jurassic Park if it went
Which
like they
is
were
a very
expecting.
funny idea of like,
I think it's really funny to have a video game that's just Jurassic Park, but if it went like they
like
thought it would.
the whole, yeah, like the whole premise of Jurassic Park is that they're like, no, we're gonna make this, and you know, like the bit where Hammond is like, you know, look, we just made some mistakes, we can do it again, and we'll do it right this time. They're like, no, the whole point is you can't do this. Like,
What if the game was
and the
after we
game's
made
just
some
like,
mistakes, we'll do it right
nah,
this
yeah,
time,
yeah, like,
and it's like you have to do
yeah,
little research
sorry to them,
projects to make
but
sure
we're
you're doing it
different.
right this time.
We know how to hold the dinosaurs.
Mm.
Well, it is technically. I think they're technically, you know, Jurassic World branded because of course that's what it is now. Um,
Mm.
and I have never seen the Jurassic World movies, but my understanding is they do like take place in the same canon. So like, it is literally like the third or
They keep
fourth
fucking it
time
up.
someone has tried to make Jurassic Park. At that point, like the dinosaurs have gone out and killed
Okay.
people
The last three
over and over.
times, the last three times, I'll put my hand up. I'll be the first one to admit we didn't do a great job on the previous three parts, and a lot of people did get eaten by dinosaurs. But we've learned a lot of lessons, and we're now very excited to announce Jurassic Park 4, our new park where you can come and see a T-Rex.
You know, at least in Jurassic Park 1, they never get to the point where there's customers. Like, there's no people there that aren't staff. So it's a little bit understandable when they try to open up another one, you know, because maybe they can cover it up. But in Jurassic Park 2, a T-Rex rampages through San Diego and just murders like hundreds of people. Like,
yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, exactly, Mary. We learned a lot of lessons from the last few times, and I think we're ready to take another run at it.
yeah, like
this time we've got some really good safety measures, so even if it goes wrong, no one will get hurt.
At what point did they just start like implanting remote like radio explosives into the dinosaurs? Like,
and then that doesn't make any fucking difference because they bred again, and there's just a bunch of babies that don't have
yeah, I
remote
guess that's
control
true.
explosives.
That is the big issue in Jurassic Park 1, of course. Life finds a way.
What I've only seen the first Jurassic Park, but I am now imagining every subsequent Jurassic Park. We're like, okay, no, we've got a different thing that we put on all of the dinosaurs to stop them escaping, and then every time it's like, oh, but they did breed again. We forgot to fix that part.
They keep mutating. They keep, yeah.
This time we put more frog DNA in, and we think that will help. Ah, shit, they mutated even faster!
It is a shame that, Yeah, I don't. I have again. I haven't seen the Jurassic Park, the Jurassic World movies. So, and like the dinosaurs breeding doesn't come up in the Lost World, Jurassic Park 2. Um, but so we never get an adaptation in film of the sequence. The way that the book ends, the first novel, Jurassic Park, is like the Costa Rican military shows up, which the Costa Rica doesn't have a military, so I don't like they are notably a
It's their
disarmed nation,
special secret
right?
dinosaur military
Uh,
that every
and
country
and
has.
they're like, we're gonna firebomb the island, and you know the
Mm.
paleontologist is like,
Costa Rica has a big warehouse full of firebombs ready to
but
go.
the paleontologist is like, no, that's not good enough because like their nests are like in like bunkers that the Jurassic Park people have built. So we have to like there is a sequence at the end where they're like going in with like night vision goggles into like the raptor nests and like planting a C4. Like
Holy shit.
it's like it's so wild and that no one's ever yeah done a film version of that as far as I know. I'm like that uh
I want
and then they firebomb the
Alien,
island.
but it's one guy with C4 in the Jurassic Park bunker.
There's like, because I think in one of the like Genesis video games, the like Sega Genesis video games, I think from that era is basically some stuff like that. I remember where you're like playing Dr. Grant and like going into like weird bunkers that have raptors in them and uh,
I should go to bed.
yes, okay, I was thinking that earlier and then we were talking about other stuff,
Talking
but
about Jurassic Park.
yeah, talking about Jurassic Park. We at least have a good start, although we do just
We
need to
got
actually.
up to 2 super species.
Yeah, we need to work on actually completing the objectives
Playing
of
the
the
game.
level. With the you know
Yeah.
we've been playing and we got a bunch of money and we're doing fine on
Yeah,
research and
we've
prestige and
got a bunch of
stuff.
money now, so that's good.
So yeah, we could maybe start putting our abyssal guys in.
Yeah.
In the book, the raptors are just little murder chickens, though. Are they in the book? I mean, like, cause yeah, like the actual like velociraptors are not as big as they are in the movie. I thought they were
Oh yeah,
that size in the book.
velociraptors don't look very much like what the movie velociraptors are, right?
They do. I mean,
The
they
movie
basically they look.
velociraptors
They're
are
just
kind of just like a
smaller, and the
yeah.
ones they're basically the animals. There are animal dinosaurs that are that size. They're
Yeah,
Deinonychus.
but
Like
they're not
that's
velociraptors.
right. They're a similar relative. I don't know why they call
They
like
called them
why they don't just call
velociraptors.
them Deinonychus. I guess because raptor sounds cooler. Um,
Yeah, velociraptor.
oh, PM. That is not the raptors. That is the compies, the Compsognathuses, which are yeah like described as being like literally like a foot tall. They're like chicken sized, but they come in like a horde of them. Yeah, yeah. Hammond
A
breaks his
big
ankle and falls down and
a
can't get
big
up.
chicken is scary. I
Yeah. Well,
got
yeah. If
attacked
there
by
was
a
like
cockerel
20 of them,
once
and
when
they're
I was
like, yeah.
I got attacked by
Uh,
one cockerel when I was like 12. And it chased me all around the garden. Around my neighbor's garden. And it was like flying at my face trying to get me.
yeah. I mean, I don't want to be
And
attacked by any animal, frankly.
if it had, I don't want to be attacked by any animal is really funny.
I think it would be unpleasant. What? Like,
I would actually prefer to be attacked by no animal.
yeah.
What about if a worm tried to attack you? I think you'd be fine if a
I
worm
don't know
attacked
what a
you.
worm would look like if it is trying to attack me. Like, what is a worm
Just
attack?
like
Can a worm attack? Is that? I
when
don't know
worms
that that
attack.
is a verb that they have.
Yeah, PM.
Yeah, I don't want to fight a rat.
Like a worm
No.
colonist to a maddened
Uh,
rat.
God, I. Thank you,
Oh
PM,
shit,
for
my entire
reminding
colony got
me
wiped out by
of
a rabbit.
the
Rimworld.
thinking about
Where
that.
lesbians break your colony.
God. Because, just to say, the scene where Hammond dies in Jurassic Park the novel, which never happens in the book or in the movie because he doesn't die, he's like on a hill or something, and the kids, the two kids, which are also in the movie, find a like dinosaur soundboard and are just pushing buttons, and they don't know, like they're like in an office basically and they're listening to it, and they don't realize it's playing out of speakers out on the park, and they play a like T-Rex roar which scares Hammond, and that's why he falls down the hill and then breaks his ankle and then ends up getting eaten.
Mary Sue, I'm looking at one of those surveys asking, what's the largest animal you think you can take in a fight? And answering none.
There's probably, I'm just saying I don't want to get into those fights, even if I could win. I'm also definitely not going to make a case for winning any of them, frankly. I don't want to fight a cat.
Whoever wins, we lose. Oh, you don't want to fight a cat?
No. Yeah. Like, people used to, that was the thing, yeah, with like, I mean, I guess this is the version of the RimWorld thing for me, was people would talk about how in D&D, third edition, like, a peasant would die to a cat, a house cat. And I'm like, yeah, they fucking would! That's right! like, look how silly this is. No, that's, no.
Have you seen cats? Have you seen a cat that's angry?
I've been scratched by my cats, when they're not upset. Like, I don't want to get... If they were trying to kill me,
I've handled feral cats, and they're scary.
Yeah, I bet.
Like, they will be rocketing around the cage, like, growling and hissing at you. You cannot hold a feral cat. It has to be in a cage, a metal cage.
Yeah.
They will, like, bust out of cages if they're not strong enough as well.
This does not surprise me. All right. Let you go to bed.
Yay!
We'll be back in 2 weeks to continue this. I will be back next Friday to play more Max Payne, which we started last week. That's a very funny game. And then hopefully this weekend we'll have Death Stranding and then Dune 2. So follow the channel for notifications when I go live. You can follow the Twitter account for tweets when the stream goes live, as long as I remember to do it. And you can follow the YouTube account for VODs. Thanks everybody for joining me and Darcy, and I hope you have a good night.
Bye.